Okay, finally, after I don't know how many episodes, Mo is back. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Let's talk Daytime Divas Season 1, Episode 8. After quite a few weeks here, Mo is actually back. That damn Mo is now on what's called the Morning Talk, which is the competitor of the lunch hour. And she is just on there literally dragging Maxine because that's what she does best. So we have all that going on. So then there's this daytime television awards show that's actually coming up. And they basically always go against the Morning Talk. And they have lost every year to the Morning Talk. So it's just become a thing of it's like a deja vu situation. It's like, oh, here we go again. Heather actually has a line of dresses she designed. And they are just ugly. I don't even know no better way to say shit. It's just ugly. And she was trying to get the girls to wear this. Like, girl, no, ma'am, I'm not wearing that shit. So that was that. Maxine has convinced William to actually be her date to go to the awards. He's kind of nervous, but let's see what happens. Mo actually is nominated as well because, you know, all year she was actually with the lunch hour. So she keeps stopping by and just causing havoc. And every time she comes onto the set, she just pisses off Maxine, and they're just kind of just having it. Then we end up seeing Mo, and Mo does it on purpose. She knows what she's doing. She goes to the hairdresser, and she basically is saying, girl, now you can't tell nobody, child, but I done got an offer from the Morning Talk. But it's a secret. Child, she knew what she was doing. Honey, that nappy bitch got right on Twitter, honey, and was giving, honey, child, she got an offer, honey. So it started to buzz. So later on, there's a new co-host, naturally, for this week. Her name is Kylie Z. And she is kind of like, she's like Kibby, but she's like on 20. She is just ridiculous. She's very, very flighty, and she's always doing selfies, and she's an internet star. She's just irritating, and they all hated her, like really hated her. The exec, Jason, had actually approached Maxine and Sean about dropping all the shit, letting bygones be bygones, and bringing Mo back on because he's heard the buzz about the Morning Talk trying to get Mo on there, and he didn't got nervous. And we're actually starting to see that Mo actually does have a following. So they're getting a little nervous. But of course, Maxine is like, to hell with that. Either it's me or it's Mo. Now, what you going to do? And you know it's her show, so not going to happen. So they're kind of at a standstill. Then they have this whole little thing where they go and they get like designers and things. Actually, it's like a gift session where they just basically give purses and dresses and different things like that. They want people to wear their stuff. Nina the whole time, okay, because you know she's playing Pulitzer Prize winner, and oh, this is all so beneath me, and I just don't have time for this, and we could be giving money to the animals, and this, that, and the other. She's doing all of that. She's so above it that she finds herself in an argument with Star Jones over this purse. Baby, they get to going back and forth, and Star told her, let me tell you something, honey. Do you know who I am? She said, girl, I am Star Jones, bitch, and you better watch yourself, little girl, honey. And they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she ended up with the clutch, and Star told her, that's okay. I'm going to get you, bitch. I was like, oh, shit. So they go on, and I'm like, I wonder when we're going to see Star again. So, child, we go on to the red carpet the day of the show. Here, Heather runs into her husband, and they basically squash their beef, okay? He's telling her that the dress looks great. Lying. Telling her she looked nice. She had that dress and that ugly fucking purse that matches. She looked terrible. But everybody was like running up talking about how much they loved her dress, and they kept trying to get these photo ops and taking these pictures of her. And at first I thought it was because her husband, her husband's an underwear model. So I thought it was because everybody was trying to see him, but that wasn't what it was at all. Actually, the reason why they were trying to do it is because the organza that the dress was made out of, at the top, when they hit her with the flash, you could actually see her nipples and things straight through it. The flash made it very translucent. I said, Lord have mercy. So they were back in the green room right before they ended up calling the award. They're back in the green room. The whole cast are back to like, child, we're going to lose anyway. Who gives a shit? They had that going on. Kibby had her sister. She gave her sister a gown, designer gown to wear, and also a ticket to be her +1. The mammy then took the ticket and the gown off the little girl and then brought her funky ass onto the awards. Child, Kibby was pissed. And then we couldn't figure out last week why Kibby hated the guy that played her father on the show she was on so much. Well, we found out she came on the show when she was 14. He groomed her until she was 18, and then he fucked her when she was 18, and her mother was behind all of it. So her mother basically pimped her out to this guy. Had the nerve to tell Kibby, oh, I was so excited to see him. He's actually contacted us because he has another show, and he wants your sister to be on it. Kibby had a goddamn fit. Had a fit and told the mother, you're ridiculous. You are absolutely ridiculous. And the mother's like, he waited till you were 18 because he was a gentleman. I said, oh, this bitch. It was a mess. I was like, oh my God. So Kibby ended up getting drunk. So we're going to have to deal with that going forward. So everything's going on at this damn award show. That was after the award show was over. Then there was this whole thing. It was so funny. Nina and Star ran into each other again, and Star caught that bitch on the red carpet. And they were taking a photo op, and she's like, oh, Star will say, let's talk about Nina's purse. Do you see this clutch? Isn't it beautiful? And then she went to telling about how the purse was made out of the United States, and it was done by children that were there, and they were violating the child labor laws, and this, that, thing, and the other, and on and on. And honey, Nina was given this. Child, she was just caught out there like a deer in headlights, and she did look sharp, like that, because they were talking about how she had this ridiculous outfit on, she had this badass gown on, and all of this. She was all done up. Honey, Star made her look like a big hypocrite on the red carpet, and she was like, I tried to tell you, honey, I'm Star Jones, and I'm a lawyer. Told you don't mess with me, little girl, and went on, honey. So whenever they were back in the green room, and they were just like, everything was a mess. They kept on with William and Maxine. People kept saying, so you're just the doorman? So you used to open it. It was terrible. Every time they stopped for a photo op, people were reading him, and then Maxine was saying, well, he's more than a doorman. He's this, that, thing, and the other. And he said, I feel like you're upselling, and you're supposed to just love me, and it doesn't really matter what I do. So they just were kind of at it, and I was like, this is a mess. Well, they were sitting back in the green room, and they ended up calling off the winner, and they won for the first time over the morning talk. That damn Mo got up from the table with the people from the morning talk and said, to hell with you losers. Eat that. Switched her ass up on stage and ended up giving them the speech because they were all back in the green room. Child, I said, Lord, I said, I know you can buy Maxine for a quarter, honey, at this point. So the thing was, Mo got up rather and said all these nice things about Maxine. By that time, they all had made it to the stage. She said, you know, Maxine is really a loving person. She really cares about all the women on the show. You should play to that. So Maxine ended up getting up and saying right on the stage, she's like, I'm not finished. You know, this girl rolled a music on her. She's like, I'm not finished. It's the first time we won, damn it. So she wouldn't talk to her thing. And then she turned around and she offered Mo a space to come back onto the lunch hour right there on stage. And of course, the fans went wild. Again, Maxine knew exactly what she was doing. And so did Mo, because Mo turned around and said, there's one little thing, girl. They offered me a 20% raise. She's like, I'll match it. So then after that, Maxine basically was rubbing it in the face of the woman from that runs the morning talk. She gonna say, honey, we didn't offer her anything. You got played, honey. I said, oh, God. But whatever. So Mo's going to be back on the show. So all that went down. During this whole time, Sean is in a funk because he has questions about what actually happened the day his stepfather was died or was murdered or whatever. So he's not believing what's going on. So he has that whole thing going on. Right at the end of it, on the red carpet, William and Maxine had a little spat, and the paparazzi caught it. And he was like, this is your life. This is not my life, and I just don't want any parts of it. So they basically kind of broke up right there on the red carpet. Child was all again some of Maxine's shit. And you seen at the very end of the show, she was like, this is better for us to be on the DL like we are. They set it all up. Them two had set it all up. So the paparazzi would see them break up so they could stop talking about it. I said, that Maxine, honey, she is the Olivia Pope of daytime TV, honey. She knows how to flip some shit herself, too. It was funny. I sat there and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I said, they were really cutting a fool at this goddamn award ceremony. But it was really good. And as usual, guilty pleasure. I enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Later.